Today we are going to look at the flow for writing data to Google Docs and saving it as PDF. The flow that you are looking here contains 4 nodes. The manual trigger node, the Google Docs create action node, update document action node, and Google Drive download action node. If you look at this flow, 3 nodes are from Google. In order to access these nodes, you have to click on such plus sign, type Google, and you can see there is Google Docs and Google Drive. If you select Google Drive, you will see there are many actions. These are the various actions that you can perform inside the Google Drive. If you go back, if you click on Google Docs, you will see there are 3 actions: create, update, and get document. In order for all these actions to occur, you have to first of all go to Google Cloud and do certain things. First and foremost, you have to create a new project. In your Google Cloud account, once you get signed in, click in this area, you will see a select a project. You can create a new project, which I have already done, and after you create the new project, it will ask you for the organization. You can leave it as no organization. After that, select the new project, and then you will get into this page. You can see the project ID here. Once you go to the sidebar, first thing you need to do is you have to go to the API services and you have to go to the enabled API services. For the Google Drive, Google Docs to work, you have to enable a couple of more APIs. In order to do that, you have to click on the enable API as I did in a moment ago, and you have to search for Google Docs here. And you can click on the Google Docs API and you can enable it like this. You can see the service enabled here. Earlier it was not there, now it is there. This way you have to do for both Google Drive and Google Sheets, Google Forms, all the various services that you want to work with N8N. Next, what you need to do is you have to configure the consent screen. Consent screen is a way for the client, the OAuth client, to get the credentials from the Google service. If you click on get started, it will start the consent screen. So the app name, you can say N8N Auto app. This is just to ensure that whenever the consent screen come up, you will be given this app name. The support email is the same email as the email that you are working on this account. You have to use the external option for the audience. Click on next. It will give you the contact email address. You can give the email address that you want to provide. And then I finish. And then I say continue. After that, you can create this application. This is one of the important steps you need to complete. Here in the audience, you can click on, you don't need to publish the app, but you can click on the test users. So in the test users, you can add the variety of test users that you want. So in this way, you have to click the save twice or else it will not get added. So until this icon comes up and it updated here, this account will not get added. Next is the data access. When it comes to data access, in case of Google, there are lots of sub-services like the Docs, the Cloud, the Drive, etc. We need to add the scopes for these services. So click on add or remove scopes, and then you can subscribe for various services. So here we need to search for Docs. So if you click on Google Docs API, so you can see that we can apply for these things. So you can apply for these auth drive file. So you don't need to use read only. So read only will not allow you to write. So that will become a problem. So you need to enable all the rest of the 3. And once you have done that, you need to update. So after you update, you can see the scopes are getting updated here. This is also an important step you need to complete. Without this, and after that you have to save it. This tells that this particular project has got access to the scopes, and whatever APIs that you are enabling will work properly. So this is how the entire process works. Next, go to the APIs and services, and then you can go to the credentials screen right now. You see, credentials is only one step. It's going to be very easy. So if you click on create credentials and if you click on OAuth client, you have to just select the web application because we are going to use the web application only. You can say ni10 client, and here as of now don't give the redirect URIs. Okay, I will explain to you the redirect URIs in a moment. So create it and then you can click OK. So the client has been created. You can see the client has been created. Now you can start using these information in your Google ni10 workflow. So going back to the workflow, if you click on the Google Docs create document node, you will see the first step is the Google credentials that you need to provide. So create new credentials, and you need to provide the client ID and client secret that we had. So go back, and if you click this, you will see the client ID and client secret. You can see the client ID here. So copy that, come back, paste it, and the client secret, you can scroll down, copy this and paste it here, and then click on sign with Google. The moment you do that, now the client that you created will come in, right, and you will get this error because the redirect URI is not matching. So that you can look at this error detail, and you need to take this link. You see this link, you need to take this and go back to your cloud, add this redirect URI here. Ensure there is no any spaces, save it. After you do this, it will take 1 or 2 seconds to propagate, and once you have done that, if you go back now and if you click on sign in, you will see a new update. So here you can see that you can actually start using the Gmail IDs for authentication. I am going to use the 21.@gmail.com email ID, and I am going to continue. So you can see the process is enabled. So then I can say continue. Now the credentials is successful. This is one of the important steps that you need to complete. Right. Once you have done that, then you can work with any of the Google services without any kind of a challenge. So I'm going to create a new flow, which is same as the above, and I'm going to create a document here. So you can see here, I'm going to leave the name as it is, and I'm going to say new document and save. So the manual trigger is ready. Clicking on the plus sign, I can go to Google, click on Google Docs. First, click on create a document. I'm going to choose one of my earlier accounts to avoid any challenges, and the resource is going to be document. The operation is create. The drive is going to be my drive. By default, once the account has been verified, all your details of your Google account will be available to ni10. And finally, the folder. The folder is ni10 folder. This is a folder that I create inside the Google Drive, which I will be showing in a moment. Here is the folder that I have already created, and it is available for the ni10 documents to be placed. Let me go back, and I am going to choose this folder, and the title is going to be this name. I'm just going to pull it here. That's it. It's as simple as that. So once I have done that, I can click on test step. So once you click this test step, what should ideally happen is I should get this ID back, and if I go to the folder, you should see I should have a new document here. So next we need to update the document because we need to add the data to the document, right? That is going to be done through going to docs again, this time update document. Click on update document action, and I'm going to, here I need to give the document ID or the URL on which I need to make the update. So I'm going to pull the ID that I got in the earlier step. It's a very simple process because it's all linked together. You can use the expression if you want, and you can use the shift enter to create a new line character. This sentence is from N8N. This is the sentence that I'm going to update to the document, and I'm going to test step. The moment I do the test step, you will get the document ID back, which is the same document ID. If you go back to the Google Drive, you'll see that the sentence that I give is updated to the file directly. So you see how the entire step works, right? So once you have the access properly set up, the rest of the things are pretty simple. And finally, we have the download process. To download, you have to use the drive option and you need to click on the download file. This is a little bit nuanced. So let me explain to you. The account, you need to still give the same Google credentials. You need to use the file, you need to use the operation download, and you can actually use the document ID. So that will be better here. You can actually use the list also, but it will have a lot of options for you. So go for the ID and bring the document ID here. That will be easier for you. And here, click on the Google file conversion. And then you can click on add conversion. Once you click on add conversion, you can see all of these options. We want to download the docs, right? And we want it as PDF file. So you need to change it like this. There are other options that is available here, but you don't need to worry about that right now. And once you click on test step, what will happen is the document that we created and updated will get downloaded right now. So you can see that the node has been executed successfully. And if I click on download, I'll be getting the document as PDF. You see the new document PDF. This is the same document that I got it in this area. You can see the document, the new document PDF is open here. And if I zoom in a bit, you can see the sentences from N8N is shown here. So this is the same document that we saw here. As you can see, the flow wise, it's pretty simple. However, the major work is getting done inside the Google Cloud. Once you set this up properly, and if you have gone through the entire process correctly, then the entire flow will work without much of a challenge. So I believe that this video would have introduced you to the main concepts of how the N8N nodes and the Google Cloud and the various services work. So you have to enable both docs as well as drive APIs for this to work, and also ensure that you provide the scope and the consent screen appropriately. And for the redirect URI, whenever you are getting the error details, go to the error details and get the redirect URI and then paste it back. To get this particular flow, the link for the GitHub repo will be shared in the description. So take a look at that.